Some people think DeFi dApps are a scam. Other people think it's going to be the future. Watch this video to find out for yourself. The world of cryptocurrency has changed how people think about money. It's introduced some new words to us too. One is dApps, which stands for Decentralized Applications. Decentralization is changing the way we do things online. In this new world, everything happens on a network with no one person or company in charge of it. It makes it harder for someone to censor your content because of blockchain technology. In this video, we'll show you what DeFi and dApps are and what it can do for the future of blockchain. We'll also talk about reasons why DeFi is important to internet users. It could change your life by taking power away from big companies like Google or Facebook. If you stay until the end, we'll tell you what happened when hackers stole more than $600 million worth of cryptocurrencies. They could steal it from you too. You need to know the basics of how a decentralized application works before you can learn about DeFis and dApps. Decentralized means that no one controls something. Decentralization is a goal with Bitcoin. It has many good things: anonymity, security, and decentralization. Did you know that the creator of Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto, is an elusive figure? His real name and identity are not known to anyone in public because he chooses to stay anonymous for privacy purposes. It's different than traditional currencies like the US dollar that are controlled by institutions. Bitcoin can be controlled by society and not institutions. So people from all over the world believe it's better to use for economic purposes because no one has control over it, and transactions happen online without any go-betweens involved, like banks, brokers, or lenders. Once you understand what decentralization is, then it will be easier to understand a smart contract in the decentralized application world. A smart contract is an agreement between two or more people. They use computer programs that will execute the instructions they set up in a smart contract. Well, for example, you could make your car payments automatically when you have a smart contract for that. You can also rent out an apartment online with a smart contract. The smart contract technology first came from Ethereum in 2015. This is a new type of technology that records and enforces agreements without the use of a third party, such as a lawyer. If you've ever tried to sell a house, then you know it can be hard and take a long time. And if someone is interested in buying your house before it's advertised publicly, then they have to pay for brokers and application fees each time. But now imagine if instead of paying with money, they could pay with tokens, a type of digital currency that holds value because people are exchanging them from one person's virtual wallet platform into another person's encrypted ledger system. Smart contracts work this way. You'll put your house in a smart contract. You can do this with a token that represents your home. Let's say you set the price at 200 Ethereum. The smart contract has an agreement that if someone sends 200 Ethereum to the smart contract, they then get the token. If someone doesn't send enough Ethereum, then it will be sent back to them and the house stays in the smart contract. If you use the smart contract, you'll not need to pay any broker fees. Now it's time for DeFi and dApps. DeFi and dApps are a way to interact with smart contracts. Normally, one computer is in charge of a contract, but with dApps, they run on an open network of computers, which means that it cannot be shut down or manipulated for any one person's needs at another person's expense, because everyone has equal say in how it operates. The word DeFi can stand for many different things in cryptocurrency. These include decentralized exchanges, wallets, which are like bank accounts but not controlled by banks, and services to help you pay back money you owe on time. These can take power away from traditional financial institutions that charge high fees. A decentralized app is when you take your software and put it in different places. If something goes wrong with one, the others will still work. Most cryptocurrency platforms use dApps because they do not have a central party that can control transactions between users like banks would traditionally provide. Facebook is a great example of what can happen when you give your information to one company. When you sign up for Facebook, you give them this information: your full name and where you live. But that's just the beginning. The more time you spend on Facebook, the more they know about your personal life. If you're liking this video and want to see more, make sure to press the like button and subscribe to the channel so that you can get more videos about blockchain, cryptocurrency, and new trends in the future. Let's look at DeFi apps. They are the largest of all dApps. There are two different types of finance. One is centralized and the other is decentralized. The blockchain technology made decentralized finance possible, which has no banks involved. If you want to do banking transactions that don't use a bank, then this type of banking is for you. DeFi has changed the finance world with its new financial system. There are some risks, but they can be managed. Let's look at some examples of DeFi. One example is asset management. The user can now control their own assets, and with DeFi projects, you are able to buy and sell your digital assets. You can also transfer between users. It's even possible that your wealth earned through these transactions will earn interest. Next is KYC, which stands for Know Your Customer. It's important because of terrorism and cybercrime. The more information you have on your customers before approving a transaction, the less likely criminals are to use that institution for bad things like money laundering or terrorist financing. KYC guidelines often contrast with the privacy efforts of DeFi. To fix this problem, a new system was created called Know Your Transaction, or KYT. The KYT system monitors transaction behavior in real time while also protecting user identities. KYC guidelines often contrast with the privacy efforts of DeFi. To fix this problem, a new system was created called Know Your Transaction, or KYT. The KYT system monitors transaction behavior in real time while also protecting user identities. This is an important tool for use cases in decentralized finance. Big vacuum now in the banking system because we have decentralized financial institutions. DeFi is one of the most important projects that's been taking place in response to this void. Through the use of blockchain technology, DeFi offers advantages to P2P or peer-to-peer lending and borrowing in that it is decentralized. With no centralized governance, there are minimal fees for transactions as well as an easy accessibility with global reach. Let's now talk about some non-financial decentralized applications. Energy and politics are two industries that could benefit from decentralized applications. Blockchain could be used to help people with their electricity. It could allow them access to low-cost renewable energy without anyone else controlling the price. So if you're a person who needs clean energy for your home or a business, then this app might work for you too. In the future, we might vote for our favorite presidential candidates with crypto coins. Ethereum is working to create a secure and transparent election system that can't be hacked because it's decentralized, meaning every vote cast will have its own verification token in public blockchain records. Blockchain technology has made it so that people can do business in a different way. The cryptocurrency market has seen a lot of money come into it, and this is not just because of Bitcoin. Blockchain companies are changing industries where they have decentralized services, like in gaming, the banking industry, financial services, and many other industries. How can you build a decentralized application? With many apps now available on many different blockchains, Ethereum is still the most popular. This is why you often hear the term Ethereum dApp. To make a dApp or smart contract for Ethereum, you need to learn the Solidity program language. Ethereum developers made Solidity so that people who know other languages like Java or Python can easily learn it. A Hyperledger fabric is a new way to build apps. It helps developers build apps that are decentralized. We'll be posting future videos about Hyperledger fabric and Solidity. We'll also have a video about smart contracts. $600 million was stolen. What happened and what does it mean for you? On August 10, 2021, hackers stole more than $600 million worth of cryptocurrencies from a platform called Poly Network. This was much more money than the Mt. Gox hack in 2014. It's also about the same as JP Morgan Chase's balance sheet, which would make it one of history's largest heists. When they got attacked, it turned out that their code had some weaknesses. This was serious because people could get tokens without doing any work. This technology may seem great, but there are risks too. Ethereum has been the target of many scams. These scams are widespread because it's unregulated. DeFi has risks. The riskiest thing is that someone could make a DeFi platform without any audit. This means that investors may not know how vulnerable the protocol is. That is one of the reasons experts say you should only invest what you can afford to lose and do research before investing in cryptocurrency-based DeFi applications. Hopefully now you have a better idea of what dApps are. You know that they use blockchain technology to make sure that people involved in transactions can see each other's information, but no one has access to sensitive data about others. dApp is not just a new technology. It could be the future of business. Subscribe and leave a comment saying I subscribed, and we'll personally reply to your comment. We'll see you in the next video.